Here's the back, basically the backyard of the house. It has its own beach. I'm walking out on the pier. It's a little bit windy today. Since this faces the bay, the whitecaps aren't too bad, but I noticed heavy whitecaps on my way out here. Now, if you look right up there, we have a huge nest. And we're not sure yet what kind of bird has made this nest. And we don't know if we can remove it because it might be a protected bird. But whatever bird did took a lot of time and effort to put this thing together. But it's sitting up on one of the boat lifts. There is power out here to the boat lift. I haven't checked it to see if it works. This is our boat lift. Here's our view from the dock. To the right is the tip of St. James City, which is the south end of Pine Island. To the left, over here, is Captiva Island. And if you just keep bearing out to the left, you'll end up in the open Gulf. This property has frontage on the back bay, but this is still the Gulf of Mexico. It is just on the east side of the island rather than the west side of the island, which faces the open Gulf of Mexico. Coming back around this way, this is the back of the house. Coming down the dock. Having this dock is a plus as far as value. Per the property appraiser's office, the asset itself, the improvement, is valued at, I believe it was 106, but the land was a property tax appraiser assessed at $863,000. So definitely the land is worth much more than the improvement. Now this is your neighbor's home. It's pretty congruent in style, but it looks to be in a lot better shape and further upgraded. Looking down this way, the next door neighbor's house is kind of congruent to this one. There is one here down the way that they're asking close to $2 million for, and it's been on the market for over a year with obviously no takers. If you can look really close way out there, you can see the big white caps I was talking about where it's really turned up today. Right straight out there past the boat. And again, look at those windows, how small they are. That's why I say I don't know how you would put furniture up there because the windows are too small to even use ropes to take anything up. This is the right side of the house if you were standing from the front looking at it. This is some of the downed trees and branches that I asked field services to take care of, and I'm not really quite sure why it hasn't been done yet, but it would look better, and it could also be a health and safety issue that someone seeing the house could trip over it and get hurt. So that's important to the client too, I believe. This is your front view. Walking around the front of the house. Hold on a minute. Okay. And this would be the left side of the house. And here's more of the tree debris that I asked field services to take care of. Like this big monster. I mean, I don't think it would take much to drag it off to the road. Another issue we might run into with this property is if you look at the bottom down here on this tree, those big roots, it looks like they're growing right under the house. If you look right straight back in there, that can cause a foundation problem. And we're back to the back of the house.